right, so when we're talking about endothermic and exothermic, I want you to start to be able to picture this kind of stuff going on in your head and what's going on. So this is a really great diagram, and you're going to see it in multiple ways. I also have you practice drawing this diagram, and it's looking at something as looking at it in terms of something called a um, a system. Okay, so what is a system and what makes a surrounding? Your system is going to be whatever your observation is. So whatever you are focusing on. So in our case, in chemistry, we are focusing on a chemical reaction or a physical change. All right, so that would be your system. The surrounding is going to be everything else. So when our system is cooler than the surroundings, this means that heat is going out. Heat is being released. So this is an exothermic process. So the particles are going to slow down. They're going to move closer together, and the attractive forces are going to increase because your particles are becoming closer together. All right? So what do you need to get out of this? Because you're going to be drawing this. So if your system is cooler on the inside than the outside, this is what is going to be either condensation, if you're going from a gas to a liquid, or a liquid to a solid, which is freezing. Okay, so this is what's happening in those two phase changes. It's going to release heat, so heat's going to go out. So there's your heat being released, which we call exothermic, and that just means the particles are slowing down and moving closer together. All right, when this happens, your attractive forces are going to increase. So you really need to study this slide. You need to refer back to it several times because I am going to ask you to draw this. I'm going to ask you to model it, and it will be on quizzes and tests. So let's look what happens when our system is hotter than the surroundings. So when our system is hotter than the surroundings, that means heat's being absorbed. So the heat's going in to the system, and the two phase changes that are associated with this are melting, going from a solid to a liquid, or going from liquid to a gas. So it is going to be a vaporization, right? You're vaporizing it. So what happens here? This is an endothermic reaction because heat is being absorbed into the system. Your particles are going to speed up because they've gained that energy, and they're going to move and overcome those attractive forces. So your attractive forces, because you're getting farther apart, are going to decrease. Please make sure you study this slide. I would get out a piece of paper and I would draw it a couple times to make sure that you know this information. This information right here is very important, and I am going to test you on it.